Говоря о Европе, мы наблюдаем сейчас
We're witnessing yet another wave of hostility. Looking at some faces, you could say Europe's snarling at us again.
на нашу страну.
Europe has once again turned against Russia. All major global tragedies began with aggressive actions by Europeans, said Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in an interview. Against this backdrop, NATO launched its Ramstein Flag 2025 drills over the North Sea, rehearsing the scenario of a Russian attack. Berlin calls it defensive. Moscow calls it preparation for direct confrontation. Meanwhile, fighting intensified in eastern Ukraine. Russian forces pushed forward near Donetsk, claiming to protect Russian-speaking civilians and dismantle nationalist battalions. Kyiv demanded more weapons from the West. In Geneva, peace talks between Russia and Ukraine continued under UN mediation. No results, only ritual diplomacy. At the same time, Washington opened a two-front trade war. Tariffs on EU goods hit 20%. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen vowed a proportional response and lodged complaints with the WTO. Trump reminded Brussels that Europe relies on US defense but doesn't want to pay. He warned, if they don't contribute more, American troops might leave the region. Relations with China are unraveling faster. US tariffs surged to 125%. Beijing hit back with 84% duties and filed its own WTO complaint. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent urged allies to present a united front against China and warned the EU not to pivot toward Beijing. That would be like slitting your own throat. Meanwhile, Iran signaled readiness for dialogue, but only indirectly and with firm guarantees. The US confirmed that upcoming contacts in Oman would be a meeting, not negotiations. In Turkey, on April 10th, Russia and the US will hold a new round of talks on restoring embassy operations. Moscow also proposed resuming direct flights. In Brussels, alarm bells are ringing. This wasn't part of their script. Trump, meanwhile, said he's open to meeting both Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping. At some point, yes, he told reporters. Tucker Carlson declared that the US has effectively lost to Russia in Ukraine, but is too arrogant to admit it. Even within the State Department, some are starting to agree. The world is shifting. We're watching it unfold.